If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
All right, let me start the slideshow as well. Thank you. So before we begin, let me just introduce myself. My name is Deepak and I take care of Workday HCM side. And okay, I have something on the chat. I'm assuming currently the training will be on Workday HCM or it's on all modules. We will discuss about this. Thank you. Yeah, so just to introduce myself, my name is Deepak and I take care of the Workday HCM side of the training. And, you can say that I have more than, 15 years, around 16 years of WorkX. I work as a Workday solution architect. And, apart from that, I have been part of different projects working on providing different solutions, helping different type of customers from different industry segments to move around and deploy different parts of Workday. So that has been my core strength. And, just to help you understand this system, this is very interesting subject, but yeah, if someone is not even from a technical background, they can easily move into the Workday HCM side. It's so simple, but yeah, it's something that it's not available readily, freely or in open source. That's the only reason why, there's a lot of pain that you have to take to learn this. All right, starting with the Workday HCM Core Fundamentals. The next part I'm going to talk about, how exactly the things are. So this is the disclaimer. Just go through this because important for you to understand this, that the including examples, images are provided for information purposes only, complying with all the applicable copyright laws in the responsibility of the user without limiting the rights under copyright. No part of this document may be reproduced, stored, or introduced into a retrieval system or transmitted in any form of by any means. Credit shall be given to the images taken from this open source and cannot be used for promotional activities. Now, moving on to the next part, we will start with our subject. So today's agenda is going to be an introduction to Workday HCM. Then we have key product areas of Workday HCM, then key benefits of Workday HCM and implementation areas. So this is where we are going to start with, and this is going to be the agenda. All right, guys. So let's start with the introduction to Workday HCM. So when you say, HCM basically stands for Human Capital Management. Human Capital Management is basically managing your workforce, managing your people in the system. So any organization, without their employees, they will not be able to, sustain. And if you don't have good employees, it will be very difficult to carry out the business. So if you have employees and you have good employees, so you need a system as well who can help or which can help you to manage all their challenges, help them, be more productive and give them more advantages, and maybe, they should spend less time on these kind of activities or HR activities and be more productive. So this is the reason why Workday is being implemented at a lot of places, because it has all those advantages which I just spoke. Now, when did it start? What exactly happened? All those things we are going to discuss. And to give you a little background to that, Workday is a 100% cloud-based solution. But before Workday, there were other solutions as well in the market, which were on-premise system. Like you may have heard about PeopleSoft, you may have heard about SAP, all those things were there in the market and they were all successful. It is not that they were not. But as the technology changed and there has been a lot of advancement, and those products were, where their architecture was not allowing them to move or scale up into the cloud framework. So they were not able to move into cloud. And as you know, if a product which is really good, or as a product, PeopleSoft or SAP, they have been very good. If they are not able to match with the latest technology, then, people will have to let them go. You cannot continue with that. So similarly, what happened? The people who actually were part of PeopleSoft, they moved out of PeopleSoft. We may have heard about name of, David Duffy and Anil Bushri. They're part of PeopleSoft team. They moved out of PeopleSoft, and then they realized the potential that, okay, as the technology is changing, we need to move towards cloud computing. And there they form the foundation of Workday, that they will have the same features, same aspects, same concept that any HCM system has, but now they will be moving towards cloud. And that's the reason this product came into the market and it started growing crazily. Now, why? Because the features and everything is same that was there, and it is on cloud with a better approach of, you can say that it gave a better approach for resolving issues or building solutions without much of customizations. And you really do not need to write code. That is the most important part, because everything in Workday is inbuilt. You just have to choose and pick that what you want to do, and you will be able to do that. You really do not need to write a code. So anybody who wants to learn Workday, it is not required that they should have a coding background, not necessary. So these are the, you can say, one of the, very important aspect that helped a lot of people learn Workday, move towards Workday without having a solid development background. So anybody who is from HR side also, maybe just the line HR or a recruiter, can easily move towards Workday without any challenges. Now, why I'm saying all this, because, these are the reasons why this product is being used by a lot of organizations, because you will have less dependency on a developer. Because where you don't have code, there is low maintenance. You don't really need to do any kind of maintenance within the system. So all these are advantages. Now, what are the things that we also need to know, or what are the prerequisites that you need to have before you learn Workday? You basically do not need any prerequisite, to be very honest. Somebody who knows HR system or who is from the HR background, that is enough. Even if you're not from that background, it is not necessary that you should have a thorough knowledge of it, because everybody goes through that cycle. Whenever you start working anywhere, you always go through that HR cycle. And if you have gone through that, that is enough for you to get towards Workday. Right. So that is...
I'll add something here quick. I don't want to interrupt right away, but yeah. So we have prepared a document which says learn the jargons of HR, HCM, and HRIS. It's on the chat. So you can, if you want to open and show them, that has all the jargons anybody would need to start in this Workday HCM. If they're not from the HR, HCM, or HRIS background, you can show that if you want. It's on the chat.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm looking at that. Thank you, Alok. Give me a minute. And yeah, so I'm not sure if you're able to look at the,
if you scroll down all the way,
yeah,
there is a button. It says learn the jargons of HR. That link.
Right, yeah, this is the one, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you see this document, this helps you in learning the jargons, also helping you in understanding, what is HR and how exactly it is going to help. So definitely these are things which will help you to understand the HCM or HRIS, asset by Alok. So these are the things which you would need. And if you just go through this document, I think this is enough for you to understand this section. Right. So yeah, it's already on the chat. If you want to go through it, you can definitely look into it. All right. So yeah, let me move towards and let me talk little bit more on it. So yeah, we were talking about the ways why this product got into the market and from where we started. So guys, let's talk a little bit about why things are good in cloud system. What exactly are the advantages? So we all know that these days everyone says we are on cloud. You have iCloud, you have Google Cloud, you have everything. On your mobile phone you will see you have everything on cloud. So what exactly is it? Microsoft says that we have cloud 360 degrees. So what are the advantages? Why exactly this product or this type of thing is growing in the market? Now the reason is you have multiple advantages when you have something on cloud. First, it is readily available. You can access it from anywhere. What you need is just a good internet connectivity, and that is almost available from anywhere now. You go to airport, you have free Wi-Fi. You go to railway station, there you have Wi-Fi. You have mobile data, and these are very you can say not so expensive these days. So I'm sure no one would be actually, downloading the songs and everything on your mobile phone. You would be, using it rather, live streaming or just streaming, right? So because of the enhancements, or you can say advancement in technology, these kind of applications have been introduced in the market and they are growing. First, availability. They have 24/7 availability. They are never down because the infrastructure and everything is maintained by the provider. That's the most important part. And second thing is they are always on their latest version, or you can say the upgraded version. So any cloud-based application, you don't control the version. It is controlled by the provider, and you will always be on the latest version. So Workday also has 2 releases in a year, right? And every 6 months you will see an upgrade. And that is to give you the new features, new bug fixes, all those things they do. And they, you can say, always stay ahead from their competitors in this regard. Then if you talk about device accessibility, so can be, these type of applications can be accessed on your mobile phone, on your tablet, laptop, desktop, from wherever you want to do, you can. And, there are multiple pillars of cloud computing. So we will discuss a little bit in detail about cloud computing and where Workday falls in. So we will start from there. But yeah, this is just to give you an introduction to help you understand, how exactly it is there in the market, what exactly is the features, and how exactly it is, ruling the market right now, and what are the advantages. So till now, guys, I'm just wanted to check. You have any questions for me? Do you think that, there are certain questions which you wanted to ask, but you have not been able to do it? So I can take your questions if you want. If not, then I can move on to the next slide.
Yeah, just one question from my side, Vinod this side. So
yes.
Yeah, I got some ideas about Workday, and I have worked on Workday also, being a HR guy. So I have used it for reporting, manager changes, and multiple things, like multiple functionalities I have worked for. So if we are learning Workday, does it mean that I'll be able to understand the other HRIS also? Like, for example, there are multiple cloud-based HRIS solutions in the market, right? So like a Darwin box, or say, for example, a Zoho. So I'm assuming I'll be able to understand that system as well, right?
See, conceptually, yes, but practically it may be different. So any HRI system or any HCM system, they are not different in concepts. If you have to hire somebody, you will have to hire, but the process may be different, right? There may be some changes in the steps, but again, the concept is not going to change. So whether you know PeopleSoft, whether you don't know PeopleSoft, if you know PeopleSoft, you can definitely easily switch to Workday. If you know Workday, you can definitely move and learn into any other HCM system. The only change that happens is the steps from where you are going to use that application. But that is not difficult. You just need to have those concepts. So here we are going to give you the HCM concept plus how you use Workday. So if you know one application, you can definitely go and switch into different. That is not a problem.
Got it.
All right. Okay, guys. So I'll move on to the next one. What is going to be the next one? Let's look at it. So if you see this slide, it says it's an open, demanded, cloud-based financial management and HCM software vendor, right? It was founded in the month of March 2005 and launched in November 2006. So David Duffield, founder and former CEO of the ERP giant PeopleSoft, right? Anil Bushri, current CEO and chairman of Workday Inc. Now, all these are people who are big players of HCM market. So I'm not sure if you know about the history of PeopleSoft, but just to give you, so this is one of the most, it is still till date, the most successful HCM system. The only thing is the framework of this application is not in such a way that it can move to the cloud. And moreover, PeopleSoft was acquired by Oracle in a very hostile bid that, we wanted to get this product because of this product, their own HCM system was not able to scale up. So they just acquired it because they have more money. They acquired it. And then after that, you can say after some time, the product started declining and these people moved out of PeopleSoft and then they built their own system. And the only reason why they built their own system because they were knowing what were the flaws of PeopleSoft, from where it cannot scale up, what is the architecture, and using the best technology of their time and with the latest advancement of cloud computing, they made this product successful and it is growing rapidly. I would say, I don't have the exact data, but yeah, 70% of the Fortune 500 organizations in US they are using Workday as their HCM system. I mean, we can debate on the number, but yeah, it's a very huge chunk of, organizations which is using HCM system, Workday HCM. And similarly, they are growing in APAC and EMEA region. So there is a lot of prospects and scope in this area. Now, moving on to, Workday HCM, let's say, what do we have here today? So it says Workday Human Capital Management is a configurable software as a service solution. Now, when I say software as a service solution, it is a SaaS model. So let's talk a little bit about cloud computing, as I stated. So in a cloud system or cloud computing model, we have 3 to 4 main pillars. You may have heard about infrastructure as a service. You may have heard about platform as a service, then software as a service, like how exactly it is divided. And now these days, you may be hearing a new terminology called RAS, which is report as a service. We will see that when we go into the report side of Workday. But although that is not a pillar, it is still a part of your cloud computing. But yeah, the main 3 pillars are infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. So we'll start with first the infrastructure part, infrastructure as a service. So guys, what happens that previously, you might have seen that you need big mainframe systems, big servers to address a lot of challenges that your organization might be facing. And you need your typical node to run so that, you are able to give 24/7. You may have servers, backup server, multiple servers. And now there was a lot of hardware cost in that. So players came into the market what they did, they say, we are going to provide you all the infrastructure on your VPN, virtual private network, and you can use them from wherever you want to access. You can install anything of your choice. You can have as many clients as you want to, clients in the sense that you have terminals where you can access it from anywhere, and you don't have to maintain that as well. You don't need to maintain your hardware. So that revolutionized the market, because you just imagine the cost of hardware itself is so much. I don't have to buy that. I'm just trying to rent it out. I'm just going to pay a subscription fee, like how I watch Netflix, right? I'm just doing the same. So I need one virtual private network. Okay, I'll get that subscription. In that, I need virtual machines. Okay, I'll get it. How many machines are needed? What type of operating systems are needed? Everything is available just on a blink of a mouse click. And everything that you need, you can install it. So that infrastructure problem is resolved. The only thing you need is a laptop or a desktop where you can access the internet. That's it. And who are these players who are providing you these services? The major player right now is AWS, Amazon Web Services. Then you have Microsoft Azure. You have Google Cloud, multiple players. But if you see, Oracle infrastructure, Oracle Cloud. So these are the major players who are providing you this kind of services. And these are succeeding in the market because of the cost. They have, cut a huge cost of the company, because you don't really need to buy anything. You don't need to upgrade anything. They will do it for you. Yes, they will charge you the amount, but still, you really do not need a space also. You really do not need a big office space to maintain that. You do not need a team, right? So all these things are taken care by them. And if they are able to take care of it, you just need to use the services. So that's one of the advantages again. Now, in this, you have all your infrastructure, like as I stated, operating system to, all the things. But the only thing is you are dependent on them. But, that's something that's very natural, because you are paying it and they give you good and very good customer service, because this is all a subscription model. If you do not want them, you will just switch, right? And these days, switching from one provider to the another is very easy. So they will definitely give you better customer service. Now, the next part is platform as a service. Now, when we say platform, so in this area, the infrastructure is hidden from us. So we will not know what kind of operating systems are used, how many servers are there, where exactly it is located. We still may know the location, but we don't know what is the operating system, what is the front end, what is the back end. We will not know. But what they will give to us is a platform, more like a thing where we can go ahead and develop our own applications, where they provide us certain services, but using them, we can build our own applications. We can build apps. We can use different type of connectors, integrations. All those things you can build by using your own team, or maybe just a single person can also come in and build, and they will share it. There are app stores you may have seen, Apple Store, App Stores, Play Store. What are these? These are our applications built on certain platforms, which is available, and you can use it on your phone, your laptop, your desktop, wherever you want to. And these are your places where it can be built. And every provider is providing their platform. So you build anything on AWS, it is available on their store. You build on Google or Play Store, it is available there. Same thing is there with Windows as well, right? So in this section, as I stated, you really don't know what is the platform, or sorry, what is the infrastructure you're using, maybe what is the backend system like database or operating system, but they have provided you a system where you can use them and build your own applications. And it is provided by the same players, AWS, Google Cloud, Oracle. And there's a new player in this where you might have heard, which is Salesforce. So Salesforce is also a part of it, which provides you a PaaS system, platform as a service. They provide their platform, you build applications, and then you can use it. And then comes the next part, which is software as a service, SaaS. So here, we don't know the infrastructure. We don't have any opportunity to get into their platform side. The only thing that we are using here is the application and their features, how exactly it is going to be built. So here, not much of customization. You really would not be able to customize through coding. You would not need to be a coder. You just need to understand the concepts, and the navigation will be set up in such a way that you can go ahead and use it with as less clicks as possible to build something. So this is how all these applications are growing at the moment. And the most simple example for SaaS is Workday. So what happens in Workday? We are going to use this application to configure things. We will be building, and it follows a normal software development lifecycle. But the fact is, you really do not need to be an excellent developer to learn it. If you have a basic understanding about computers, you have used it, you can easily get into this side to learn and configure the system. So this is the reason why it is growing, and it's growing at a rapid pace. All right. Any questions on the cloud computing system or anything on that area where you feel that, no, I really need to ask you questions on this?
Hi, Deepak. I have a question for you.
Yes, please tell me.
So the configuration, does we need to do the configuration, or the company will be doing that one?
In terms of Workday, you're asking, or terms of cloud computing?
In terms of Workday.
No. See, well, there are a few slides which talks about, Workday career paths that also I'll discuss. But see, there are different career paths. So you have Workday consultants, who actually builds that solution. So you will be developing it, means you will be configuring the system for the client. Okay. You have functional consultant, technical consultant, techno-functional consultant, right? So depending upon your area, what you want to choose, as per that, you can do the configuration. If you work on a support project, what happens? Generally, the configuration is already done. And we will have to do the troubleshooting in case there is, some kind of issues which is coming, some excess issues or anything. That will help you, in performing and resolving those tickets or issues. So these are the things which you can do. But of course, configuration would be a part of your day-to-day activity if you move towards the implementation side.
Okay.
All right. Any other question related to that?
This is Anita, Deepak. What is the difference as a consultant when you are saying as a supporting as a functional as well as implementation? What is the difference with the functional and implementation?
No, I did not say functional and implementation. I said functional, techno-functional, or technical consultants, right? So functional consultant is somebody who basically does most of the configuration. A techno-functional consultant is somebody who will do technical work, more like reporting, integrations, and then also the configurations. Okay. And a technical consultant is somebody who is only going to be, do work which is related to the technical side, which is reports, calculated fields, different type of integrations. And I've not talked about it, but yeah, you should be aware that there is a little bit of coding on Workday side, which is related to Workday integrations. So they will be limiting their role till that place, which is Workday technical consultant.
Got it.
Right. And there are certain links which has been shared.
What long?
Sorry. Tell me, please.
Hi, this is Gayatri here.
Yeah, Gayatri.
For coding, you said there is some little bit of coding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for coding, which language do they use?
Okay, so it's more like a web-based. So they have XML. That is more like, the global format in which the whole of the integration works these days. Then they have little, XSLT. XSLT basically is a transformation language. And then a little bit of any kind of coding language, which is core coding language like Java, so that you can write the logics, which helps you to convert the, business logic. But again, as I stated, these are not used every time, and it's not necessary that you need to know this, to be honest. But if someone is interested and they said, now I want to become a technical consultant, or you want to go towards the technical side, once your fundamentals are clear on the Workday, you can definitely move towards the technical side. And if you have these prerequisites, like XML, XSLT, and a little bit of Java, you can definitely move towards Workday Technical. That also, like Workday Core Studio and API integrations. So these are the things you would really need to become an advanced integration consultant. Right? I hope that answers your question.
Yes, thank you. I was just curious to understand which language do they use to.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so yeah, let's discuss on this particular slide now. So we have Workday Human Capital Management as a configurable software as a service solution. It helps to organize staff, pay, and develop global workforce by establishing global consistency. Now, when you say it says global consistency, which means the same kind of application which you are able to use in India, the same thing you will be able to use in US, you will be able to use in UK without any much of difficulty. That's the best part. And the outlook and everything is going to remain the same, except that you have different labor laws, you have different pay cycle. That is the only difference. Apart from that, nothing changes. All right. And it says it offers a unified human resource and talent management solution, which is your Workday system, because it's very easy and it helps you in that way. The next part, this platform enables you to embrace changes by providing workforce and operations insight. So this platform, as I stated, right, gives you multiple ways, because it helps you with reporting, also with different type of configuration, which is very easy. You really do not need to write codes. That's the reason why the things are simple, right? And if you know any particular solution, if you have worked on a normal configuration, maybe you have just set up something in your system in the sense your laptop or desktop, if you have done that, it is as easy to learn this section. All right, so I'll be moving on to the next part now, which is going to talk about unified global cloud application, actionable insights, agility, user interface, and then human capital management. Right. So when we talk about this section, it says unified global cloud applications, you have one system which is available on all the platforms. You can use it on your mobile phone. You can use it on your laptop, desktop. You can use it on your tablet, wherever you want to. And it is going to give you the same features. It's going to give you the same options. You can do a lot of approvals through your mobile phone. Let's say I'm a manager, right? And I have certain approvals that I have to go do. But unfortunately, I'm not able to access my laptop or desktop. It's not necessary that you have to open it. Just open the mobile app and you're good to perform your duties. You're good to, in fact, approve the timesheets or approve the leaves or approve the hiring. So it is made in such a way that you can be productive from anywhere. That's the best part. And, during the pandemic, because people were not able to go to office, they realized the potential of these kind of applications. That's how good this kind of tool is when you are not able to go to office, but you're still able to work as efficiently as possible from anywhere, right? So these are the things which you have where you need this kind of, you can say, information and the way of working, right? Then we already had discussed about the actionable insights that, how exactly it is going to benefit you, how exactly it is going to basically help you grow in your career. And then, of course, there is a lot of agility. Agility basically means that, you can use it the way you want to. From wherever you can start the development. It is not necessary that you have to have, some basic things. Yeah. Basically, there are multiple modules which you have in Workday, which I'm going to anyways talk about in the human capital management. But just to give you a little bit of understanding, the most important part is the core. Because without the fundamental or the core Workday system or core HCM, it is very difficult for anybody to move towards any different modules, right? Now, what are these modules? We'll talk in detail. But yeah, this gives you the agility that you can move from one place to the other without much of difficulty, except that you need to know the core, because core is the most important part. And if you talk about our user interface, this user interface that you have, it is a very simple, but very, you can say useful. You have very simple icons, which will help you to move from one place to the other. And the navigations are also very simple. And I'll show you all those when we actually get into the Workday system. I'm going to talk about it and I'm going to show it to you, which will help you to understand that, okay, if we are able to log into the system, from where and how I should proceed. So that is what we will look into when we go into the tool. Then we have the particular important section, which talks about human capital management. So in order to manage the people, in order to manage the complete organization, you have different modules, as I stated. So you have Workday Core HCM. That's the most important one. And then after that, you have different modules like, just imagine the employee life cycle. So you have applied for a job, right? And you are getting interviewed. Even if you're not getting interviewed, once you have applied for a job, the life cycle of your employment starts from there. So if you're selected, if you're shortlisted for an interview, you will go for an interview. If you're not shortlisted, then, the life cycle ends there. But if you're shortlisted and if you have been able to make to the interview and you've given the interview, if your interview is clear, then you will definitely get a joining, date. And once you are hired, till the time you are there in the organization, your life cycle is there, right? So basically it talks about more about hire to retire or hire to fire or hire to exit. So whatever the steps are there, all those are part of your HCM system only. So there are multiple things that you will go through in an organization when you work. You have different type of sections which you need to, access different, you can say different situation. So when you join the organization, you have to enter all your information in the system, your personal data, your bank information, all those data is required, your government ID proof, you'll have to submit it. Now, once you start working, you need to mark your attendance, right? So you need a time tracking system. So this time tracking system is basically your way by which you are putting your attendance. Then if you have to go on leave, you need an application which helps you to get into and perform the, different actions, what kind of leave you are, taking. So depends upon the company policy. They have annual leave, sick leaves, casual leaves. All those things are part of your leave and absence module. Then you have performance management. So if you have spent some significant time in the organization, right? So you may have heard that every quarterly, half yearly, or annually, you will have a review. And based on your work, you will be given a rating. And if it's an annual review, there will be appraisals as well. So based on that performance, you will have appraisals. And then there will be change in the compensation. So all those things plays a major role. Then you have other modules like learning and development. So in case you have to go through some trainings, internal trainings, and that company wants you to take it, then you will have to log into the learning and development portal to perform those trainings. So all those things are again a part of it. Then you have benefits, payroll, advanced compensation. All those things are also part of your HR, or you can say HCM. And all these things are available in Workday, right? So that is what we are going to learn, but not all the modules. We have a very specific agenda. You already might be knowing about the course content. So this is more about a Workday techno-functional, which is going to help you, in your core HCM plus reports and then the integrations. All right. So yeah, I mean, this is all I wanted to discuss on this particular presentation today. And, if you see how exactly it works, so you have this HCM, and then you have the big data analytics. From there, you have recruitment, talent management, time tracking. Then you have benefits of administration, project and work management, planning and analysis, payroll, HRM, right? And, all these things plays a very important role and make the complete HCM system. So these are the things which are part of your day-to-day activity, right? Now moving on to how exactly it is going to work. So you see, Workday Big Data Analytics provide pre-built analytics templates that address key business issues for HR and finance. So there are already some pre-built reports which we will see, and how exactly you can use it in your day-to-day activity, which is going to help you. So all those things we are going to take a look. Yep. Sorry, someone was saying something. Do you have anything to talk or any questions?
Yeah, this is Aarti here. Sorry to interrupt. Just a quick question here. So you mentioned like the HR core module would be concentrating both on integration and configuration, right? So this, whatever we are in the course modules or whatever we are going to cover, are we going to get trained in both techno-functional, or is it just going to be on functional part of it?
No, it would be both. You will have functional knowledge, and also we will work on reports and different type of integrations. The only thing is there that we will not go in deep into the coding, and that is not part of this curriculum.
Okay. So it will be more of like functional focused and like probably a slight on parts of the techno thing, like
no. It will be completely into technical also. See, Workday is I said, right? Workday is very limited on the technical side because you don't have much of coding. Okay. So the coding, there are 6 types of integrations. So in that 6 types, there are 3 which is 100% on coding. So those 3 we will not touch. Other 3 we will do it.
Okay. All right. Absolutely. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. So here you see you have Workday recruitment helps you to find and engage select the best internal and external candidate. So how exactly it happens? That you will get a requirement from your hiring manager, and based on that, you prepare a job profile. You update the job on your portal. So there is a Workday career portal also that is being provided by them, and you can update those on that area, and you will be able to ask people to apply. Or if you have a recruiter team, they will reach out to different type of people for reference. So that's how your recruitment works. Then you have talent management, right? Assess, reward, and develop your workforce. So that is basically your talent and performance. How you go ahead and reward your employees through different compensations, incentives, right? Or, you have rewards and referrals. All those things are part of this particular area. Then you have time tracking, which helps and reduces the labor. So you know that when we are marking attendance, there are different type of organizations, right? Some use biometrics, right? You have to either use your fingerprint or your retina scan for your attendance. Some use punch in, punch out, right? You have your attendance card or something which is linked with your badge. And once you're in the office, punch in. Once you're moving out, punch out. If you don't punch in, punch out, then your time is not captured and you will be marked absent. And now the most and the easiest thing is your timesheet. Everybody submits it. So different organization, different type of attendance, but it is all accommodated in the Workday system. You can use anything. The only thing is if you are using a different system, like your time tracking or retina scan or fingerprint scan, like biometrics, you need that hardware to integrate with Workday. So that is also possible because we have APIs from where we can get that data. All right. Then you have Workday project and work management, link people strategy, works and result, because without people, it is going to be very difficult to work in any organization, right? So how do you manage the people? Through Workday project management and, strategy, all those things you can build here. Then you have benefits, help you to early design and implement any number of benefit plans. Now, insurance plan, all kinds of insurance plan, your medical, your, dental, you can say wellness programs, all those things are benefits. Some company gives you stock options. Those are also a benefit, but not directly into the benefits part, but part of compensation. But again, it's a kind of benefit that you will be getting when you work in such an organization, right? So analytics, there is a specific module itself, which is basically Workday Prism. It actually gives you an advantage to learn machine learning, It provides you such analytics that you can use AI and ML in that. So that's also very interesting. And you can learn that provided you know Workday reports. So Workday reports, we are definitely going to touch and work on. And if you want to move towards any advanced module, you can definitely start learning that after this particular section. So you have Workday payroll solution. Again, payroll is different for different countries because of the different labor laws that you have, and Workday gives you that flexibility to control. Now, the next part is Workday Human Resource Management, helps you to organize staff and play global workforce by establishing global consistency. So we have already discussed it, that the UI and everything is same, and it is so simple and useful, and you can use it the way you want to, whichever country you want to. And that's the reason why we say it's establishing global and it's consistent. Right. So these are the things which we wanted to discuss. And I believe, I can take your questions if you have any. If you don't have, then I will talk on the benefits of HCM. But yeah, if you have questions, I can take your questions first.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Okay. Thank you so much for the wonderful presentation. This is so insightful. And
thank you.
Those of all that are, novice into Workday. So personally for me, I'm beginning to learn a lot on Workday, especially I need to appreciate Alok for the wonderful work he has been doing. I've been following him up so much on LinkedIn, and we've been talking so much. So my question now is this. I am coming from accounting and finance background, and the career part all this while has been in accounting and finance. I also have SAP finance experience, right? Now looking to, work as a Workday consultant or whatever end user or support user, right? So how do I move from finance to Workday HCM, and which of the modules can I find so easily to integrate, considering my background? Thank you.
No, excellent question. Thank you for asking that. So if you really have interest towards moving HCM, so the most important part is your core HCM. Okay. and Core HCM is the most used module. Apart from that, if you have really want to go towards a specialization, you can always move towards any of the other module and you can learn that, right? So this is how exactly it works. But I was just curious to know that you have a finance background, then why do you want to come towards the HCM side?
Thank you for this question.
He's just attending the fundamentals class.
Oh, okay, okay.
But he will be moving to a mentorship program of finance. Just so everybody knows, ZaranTech offers 2 different programs: Workday HCM Mentorship Program and Workday Finance Mentorship. So if you have a finance background and you want to start your career in Workday, obviously Workday Finance Mentorship Program is much better. Both of these programs start with the fundamentals. Fundamentals is basically the same throughout because it talks about the architecture, the ecosystem, history, all of that, which is standard. So just letting you all know. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, just wanted to let you know that, Workday basically, it has finance and HCM. So if you have a good background of finance, I mean, you can do excellent in Workday Finance because, that's an area which is so much again in demand. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Okay, just to finish up or to buttress what Alok has said. Personally, for me, I just wanted to attend the HCM Fundamental to understand, how HCM integrate with the finance. But in addition to that, I'm also much interested in payroll. Payroll looks more like, finance, right? Even though I want to focus more on financial part of it, but I'm also interested in a little bit of Workday payroll. So what do you think?
No, it's absolutely fine. See, the fundamentals is always going to be the same, as said by Alok, right? It is not going to change. And if you want to move towards payroll, definitely you can do that. And it's really good for you because you're from finance background. It will be easy for you to move towards that. But that is going to be more like a specialization. And you can always move towards Workday Finance after that. But if you say that they're interlinked, I would not agree that it is going to be 100% linked. Payroll is more like, how you process your salaries and everything. As per the different countries, there are different laws, and some countries you will see that you're getting paid once in a week, once in 15 days, and once in a month. According to that, you have to run the payroll cycle, and all those things are part of it, right? So how do you do that? What kind of connectors you have to build? All those things are part of it. But yeah, if you want to learn it, it is definitely going to help. And, finance is as your strength, your core strength, you can definitely move towards Workday Finance. That would be my suggestion.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, and Deepak, I have a couple of questions here. I was worked on the HRS as well as Workday financials, accounting, mortgage company I was working for. So I have a background of both. So what do you suggest? Is a HCM is a better going towards the Workday HCM or the Workday financials? Which is
I would leave that choice to you, to be very honest, right? Because it is all your interest. I'm very, I would say that if I have to learn something, it will be my choice, right? If you see about Workday job prospects, right? Job prospects on both the sides are good right now. If you talk about HCM or finance, both the sides are going to give you equal number of opportunities. But at the end of the day, what do you really want? Do you want to move towards finance and accounting? Do you love talking, those kind of jargons? Then you should go for that. If not, then you go for HCM. That will be only the thing. It's you who has to decide it, because these are 2 entirely different perspectives. One where you will talk about ledger, balance, all those things. And to be honest, I am not interested in that. That's the reason I did not move towards finance. I liked HCM, so I am only in this area, right? But it all depends at the end of the day, what do you want?
So
because these are two very different, concepts.
As for Workday HCM is very long, from long time it is there and it is well established in the market, but Workday Financial, it is upcoming and most of the companies moving towards.
I would not say it's upcoming. It's already established itself. As I stated, right, Workday is exactly a replica of PeopleSoft. So Workday has 3 modules, which is very much used in this, much in the market these days. You have Workday Finance, Workday HCM, and Workday Student. Same as PeopleSoft, PeopleSoft Finance, PeopleSoft HCM, PeopleSoft Campus Solution. So how exactly it is? The same way Workday has also been delivered. Okay. Right. So again, yeah, you have little better scope in HCM than finance, but finance is also growing at a very rapid pace.
Yeah. It's right now the market, whenever we see it, I see more of the Workday financial positions than the HCM. So I was just concerned that, okay, before that it was all HCM and now suddenly it is moved to finance.
No, it's all growing both the ways, right?
And banking companies are going towards the finance. So maybe I'm looking at it, but okay.
Yeah, correct. Okay, I think we'll call it a day today, guys. Thank you. And I will all see you tomorrow and we will continue from where we left off. And we will start our discussion. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Please take care.
Thanks,
Deepak. Have a nice day. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.